Steve Gamache here with another edition of Chef Knives to Go Quick Look product reviews. And we're looking at a paring knife this time. This is the Mac Pro paring, 80 millimeter or 3 1/4 inch knife. They use a proprietary stainless steel, but it's probably kind of a chromoly, maybe some molybdenum vanadium in it, type of stainless steel. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, but the heat treat's about 59 to 60 Rockwell on it. It's a mono steel blade, so same material throughout. There's no layers or cladding or anything like that. The weight on the knife is 62 grams, 2.2 ounces, and the blade length on this was just slightly above 82 millimeters, about 3 1/4 inches, and the overall length, about 190 millimeter on the whole knife, 7.5 inches. These are fairly thin blades, so the spine thickness is about 1.8 at the coming out of the bolster here, and then the blade height on this one's about 20 millimeters at the heel, or chin of the blade, the back of the heel. Handles are kind of your standard black pack-a-wood stabilized wood handle, and let's take a close-up look at it. So you've got on the left side of the blade, you've got a screened on Mac logo, and on the right side of the blade, you've got a, excuse me, Made in Japan logo with the model number. The blade finish, of course, is machined, and there's your profile on the, I shouldn't say profile, but there's your spine as it thins out, and it's got a distal taper all the way down to the tip. It gets fairly thin at the tip. The knife came reasonably sharp out of the box. I went ahead and wanted to see how the steel sharpened, so I went ahead and put it on a couple of stones, and I tell you, it sharpened up very nicely. I did some side-by-side sharpening with this and the Shun Classic and also the Tojiro DP paring knife, and this one took a very, very nice edge. I was impressed with the steel. It sharpened well and took a nice edge on it, so it seems to be pretty nice steel from that point of view. I've heard good things about it. Fit and finish is really pretty good on the blade and on the handle. It's pretty well ready to go out of the box. The blade is a little flexed towards the tip, but it thins out pretty nice. But overall, kind of average stiffness, what you'd expect on a knife like this. Let's bring in some friends here. Just to give you some comparisons of some other paring knives, so you can kind of see how this stacks up as ergonomic wise. And of course the blade length is going to be slightly shorter. So this is the Shun Classic 90 millimeter paring, 3 1/2 inch. This is the Tojiro 90 millimeter DP, and this is a Henkel's, older Henkel's Euro Steel. The tip's a little bunged up on it, but don't judge. My lovely bride, a long time ago in a galaxy far away, she decided to use that tip to pry something, so she doesn't do that anymore. I learned her well, as they say. So as far as handle on this handle is kind of in between. It's got a little bit more meat on it than the DP handle, just slightly more meat to it. I think I'll bring my focus up just a little bit. So it's got a little bit more meat to the handle. I actually like the feel of this handle. The Tojiro, in comparison, feels a little bit thin at the handle. Of course, it's a little taller blade, the handle being thinner. Not necessarily taller, but you get more of a clearance here behind the blade. This has a kind of a nice medium feel. There are some pros on the forums, Chef Knives to Go forums, that really like this blade. The Shun blade is a little bit bigger. Of course, it's a D-shaped handle, but again, fairly comparative in terms of size of the handle. Might be just slightly thicker. This one actually feels somewhat similar in the hand. And then you've got your classic, Western style paring knife as well. This actually has a little bit more meat to that as well. So actually, I think this is quite comfortable in the hand. I was pretty impressed with the comfort in the hand. It works well for in-hand paring tasks. You can choke up on the blade if you want to do that. So it seems to work for a variety of tasks, and the blade's a 3 1/4, so slightly shorter, which means it's easier to get the tip into things if you want to do that. But just a good all-around paring knife, classic Western styling, although you don't have that nasty bolster on it, so you can easily sharpen it all the way to the hilt, no problem. So again, a good workhorse professional knife. There's the Mac Pro paring 80 millimeter or 3 1/4 inch paring knife.